If you gave your children exactly what they wanted for the holidays this year, chances are your kids now own an Xbox or PlayStation. An innocent diversion, right? Well, maybe not. A recent arrest in California seems to be proof that sex predators will find any way they can to get at children. A 26-year-old man preyed on a 14-year-old using the popular online gaming community. Joining us in Denver to explain the dangers of these games, Rocky Mountain News reporter and editor of Kotaku.com, right, Brian? Brian?
Yes, it's Kotaku.
Okay, sorry about that, Brian. And in Washington is Colby May, Vice President of Enough is Enough, an internet safety organization. Brian, let me start with you. You know, we all know about the dangers that the traditional internet poses to children. Chat rooms, websites that they shouldn't be going to, but particularly the chat rooms. How can a child predator go through an Xbox, a video game, and get at a kid?
Well, Xbox and Xbox 360 both have something called Xbox Live, which allows gamers to connect with each other and communicate, talk to each other while they're playing the game or while they're waiting to play a game. The good news is that both Xbox and Xbox 360 have very robust parental controls. What that means is that you can actually go in and turn off the ability for your child to be able to get online and talk to people. So there are different levels, but you can literally lock out the ability for them to communicate, or you can tell them that they can only communicate with certain people that you've already selected.
Okay, Colby May, it sounds like there are safeguards in place. Are these safeguards adequate to prevent a crisis here in the online community as far as gaming goes?
Well, obviously the case in California is a case in point that shows that they're not. I think parental controls are important, and parents certainly play a very vital role in making sure that their children's use of the internet and certainly video games is as safe as they can make it. But quite honestly, they need help, not only from the manufacturers of these games, but obviously from law enforcement as well, because the sad truth is the number one rule for any parent is make sure your child understands, and I mean children as 14 years old is the case in California, make sure they understand to never provide any personal information. Don't give out their email address, don't give out their address, don't give out their names, etc. Because those are the things that then lead to, well, gee, we're both 13-year-olds, we're misunderstood, nobody recognizes, you know, what problems we face. Why don't we meet and talk about it, and boom, what happened?
And Colby, there's no real sense out there that PlayStations and Xbox actually have this capability as far as the parents go, right? This is news to a lot of parents.
I think it is news to a lot of parents, and certainly the ability to use the internet to hook up so that your gaming community is much larger is new, and it's very exciting to kids, and so they certainly want to do it. But unless mom and dad are aware, it's a real trouble area.
Brian, real quick, you talked about the safeguards, the technical safeguards that are already in place. Is the industry poised to do more on this as far as the technical safeguards?
Yes, absolutely. The PlayStation 3, which is due out probably later this year, is also going to have some sort of safeguards. They haven't announced the specifics yet, but it's much better than the PlayStation 2, which has no safeguards. And I agree that parents need to be aware of these safeguards to be able to use them properly.
Colby, Brian, thank you very much. Interesting story. More ahead as a big story continues.